Hey guys! Today I give you another top 5 list. I will be talking about cereal. Cereal is often eaten for breakfast as part of a complete meal. So before we get to the list, this is not a sponsored video, which none of my videos ever are. So on with the list. Number 5. Quaker Oat Squares. This wasn't a cereal I ate much in my childhood, but I did eat it throughout my years as a teenager. I would often eat it for breakfast when I was in high school. In grade 10 I started only eating 10 Quaker Oat Squares because I didn't like the pain of needing to go to the washroom while I was on the bus to school. So by only eating 10, I could avoid that pain, and it did seem to work. Anyway, I do like the cereal and it tastes pretty good overall. Number 4. Cheerios. This is a cereal I did eat every now and then during my childhood. It's easily my favorite grainy cereal and I still eat it to this day. I've been eating it with my breakfast every day since 2019. It's a healthy cereal that I'm comfortable eating. If I don't have any in my house, my next best choice is Rice Krispies. Speaking of which, number 3. Rice Krispies. Yes, I love Rice Krispies. Every spoonful is a delight to my mouth. It's a very satisfying cereal to eat. It's one of the few cereals I eat with a spoon just due to how small the Rice Krispies are. It's a pain to eat it with my hands. I put them ahead of Cheerios because it has the more satisfying taste, but I still prefer Cheerios every day if it's available. Number 2. Peanut Butter Puffs. I go way back with this cereal. I've eaten it as early as junior kindergarten. I love this cereal, and I still do even if I haven't eaten it in a long time. It's just got such a nice taste, and I would eat it throughout my life. When I was a young teen, I had this thing where I would eat 4 at a time, but then I would end up with less than 4 left usually. At that point I would have to make an exception. Before we get to number 1, I would like to make some honorary mentions, starting with Fruit Loops. First of all, I always loved the commercials for them. There is just something about that Toucan Sam guy that I like. The cereal itself was pretty enjoyable for me as well. Next I will mention Captain Crunch. It's pretty sugary but also pretty tasty. I did also play the Crunchling Adventure game for PC, it was always so fun, and I have fond memories of it. Then there is Frosted Flakes, which are great. They are also quite sugary but definitely delicious. I also love how crunchy it is. And I did like Lucky Charms, though I admit the cereal part wasn't very exciting. What I did like were the marshmallows. It would often be the only part of the cereal I would eat. And lastly, I did eat Nesquik cereal as a kid, and I definitely enjoyed it. So now for number 1. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yep, this is my all-time favorite cereal. It's the most satisfying cereal I've ever eaten. I love the taste and it always just felt really good on the mouth. I used to eat it with my hands until I got a minor cut from touching the cereal. It wasn't from touching the edges of the cereal, I was actually touching the texture of the square. Since that point I've always eaten the cereal with a spoon. Overall, it's a really great cereal. So that's all for this top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed it and thanks for watching. Have a nice day.